Alright, welcome back to our tiny house basics. Let's finish up this kitchen. So where we left off, we finished the base. Now all we're gonna do is put in one cabinet here. Because I don't think we could make a small cabinet over here. Maybe we could put two here, and then let's finish it. And yeah, if you want to, go right ahead and you can tweak this, you can put it in a stovetop, you can put it in a hood, you can throw in a fridge right there, all from BIM object, but I am not going to do that in this video or any video, just because you can do that on your own. You don't need me to show you how to do that. Alright, so next thing we're gonna do is make a wall cabinet. So we're gonna go to File, New Family. This one's different. So we're gonna go to Casework Wall Based. Let's use that one. So 4 feet. I don't think we want it to be 4 feet. So let's go ahead and double click on this dimension and let's make this 2 feet. Not 24 feet, that'd be too big. 2 feet, there we go. And depth 2 feet, really, for a wall cabinet? Never seen a wall cabinet 2 feet deep, but I guess it could be anything, it's just tied to the wall. We're gonna do 1 foot, so yeah. Alright, so placement side. This one's nice because it's got a placement side elevation. And there it is, and then you can set your actual height. So my understanding cabinets and how I placed my actual cabinets in my house are, you want 18 inches between the countertop and where the bottom of the cabinet starts. So definitely not 3 feet. We want 18 more inches onto that. So we're going to take 36, 46, plus 4, 44. Sure, remove constraints. It doesn't really matter, we'll move it around even if we want, even if we don't like to. So we're going to go like this, and I think it set it to the back, I hope. We're going to go with it, and let's make this one 30 inches. We can always tweak this later. Alright, and I'm going to go ahead and it's going to go back 1. So let's go ahead and do that. And then I'm just going to jump back from floor plan to make sure. Yep, there it is. Let's go back to the placement side and let's go ahead and make our custom cabinetry. So all it is going to be the same exact thing. Just going to extrude, and I'm going to do 3 boxes here, just like before. I'm just eyeballing them because I'm going to let my dimensions do all the work. So these ones I kind of want in a little bit. Now I forgot what exactly. We did 2 inches before, but maybe because it's a wall cabinet, not so much. I know the sides for sure. So let's go ahead and throw some dimensions on. So that one's not even an inch. Let's click there. Type in 2 inches. 2 inches. And this is going to be, we might as well just go all the way around with 2 inches. So I'm going to delete this just because those dimensions are so big. And grab that top line. 2 inches, and the bottom 2 inches. So I'm using my dimensions to constrain the objects here. Can I push and pull and get? Probably not. Our gap is 1/4. So, and remember, always pick the line that you want to move. So don't pick the top line because that line is good. There we go. Looks good, looks good. I wonder if it'll snap now. Hooray. Success. The middle's not going to snap, but these bottoms are going to snap. Not that side. Wow, that is so not cool. Alright. Good. Good. Now this one right here. So let's actually do this one right, since we didn't do the other ones right. This video should be rather quick. So this is going to be 1/8, which would make this one 1/4, because it's going to go over. It's going to go off of the other line, I think. Yep, it did. So it actually went from here to here, and then here, all the way back to there. Fantastic. Alright. And we can delete those or not. It doesn't really matter. But here is a trick. So right now, totally forgot I'm making an extrusion, but what I really want is a void. So you can actually come over here and change this on the fly. Thank goodness. And you can see how I've now cut out our lovely little window here. Oh, nice. Not window. Sorry. Our cabinets. And this goes all the way back, but you can, you know, push, pull, move it around, do what you want, and whatnot. So now what I want to do, I have my other cabinets all open, which I really shouldn't, but I want to bring in, because if I go into this, I need to bring in the materials. So let's go ahead and do that. And to do that, you're going to go to Manage, Transfer Project Standards. This will work from the kitchen. Or actually, no, I'm just going to go from the base. Because if I go from the kitchen, the actual, sorry, not kitchen, but the tiny house, if I go from that, it's going to bring in a bajillion different materials, and I don't need that. Alright, so I'm going to click on here. I'm going to come over here to materials, and oh, it brought in everything. Interesting. And there's our cabinet paint. And I didn't spell cabinet right either. Wow, well that's interesting. Didn't think it would turn out to be black. Let's see what happens when I load it into the project. First, though, let's go ahead and save as family. Call this wall cab 24 inches. Load it into the project, tiny house. And thank God it put me way out here. Very useful. Let's go to, no, we don't want to do that. Let's go to first floor and go back to component, because now that we lost it, and it should be wall based, so you can see how it's locking on. Although, why in the world is it not locking on? It's locking on to the core instead of the finish face, so that's, oh, wait, that's very odd. Alright, well, anywho, that worked. So let's go back to here, and you can see that it is too low. Now here's a great, do we make a section? I think we did. Did that section go through? It did, but just not the right spot. So actually I'm gonna go ahead and go back to first finished floor, and we could just rotate this. I mean, why not? We don't need to make another section. So I'm going to rotate my section that I already made a long time ago. If you don't have that for some reason, it's right up here is the quick little access guide here. I'm gonna put it right there. Alright, now I'm gonna go ahead and go into my section. Beautiful section, and I'm also going to turn on shading so I can see if that color, I think it did. Okay, well, the preview did not like that, but you know what, this one does. So what I want to do is check this, and that's 8 inches, not 18, so I was way off however I did this. But what you can do is click on this after you do that, and now I can take this and say 18 inches. Success. And that's exactly where we can delete this now. Exactly where I want that. If you want, you can make a tiny little cabinet over here. It's you're kind of on the edge there. But what I'm going to do is just leave it just like that. And I'm going to put this, if we saw in the picture, they had this mosaic background for the whole thing. So I'm going to quickly find something on my favorite website, the Texture Club, and I'll put that in the shared folder so you can grab it. Okay, so I found one, and it looks pretty much like this. So just so you know, this is what I was going for here. We're not going to be doing this little bead line around here or changing this to white or any of that. We are going to try to make these lights and maybe do the floor, but that's about it. Alright, so I'm back in my house, and you can see our plan is changed now, much different than what we see in the photo, but that is totally fine. So what I like to do is always do model in place. We could just paint this wall, but I just don't. I'm not a big fan of that. I only like to do the painting as it's called. Can't see my hands, it's air quotes, but just basically puts a material onto whatever surface. I really always like to do some sort of physical or model of some sort. So I need to grab this inside edge of this wall, so it's gonna be a little tricky. And it's gonna come right there. There it is. That's what we want. So I'm still in that section view because it's going to be the easiest to work with, and I'm just going to grab that. So you can see I was tabbing through until I got that. And I'm just going to go ahead and outline everything just kind of like we did with the outside. And we could just go to the back if we ever need, not that we're going to change this, but it doesn't really matter. The only thing we really need to do is make sure we don't cover up the window. And then this is going to be super small. So I'm going to, just for a visual, I'm going to do 1/4 of an inch. Whoops. 1/4 of an inch. And then I'm going to change this. I'm going to say new. And I did put this in the shared folder. And what I'm going to do is type in backsplash. I think this is the only backsplash we're going to use, so I'm going to use graphic appearance, and then wherever you saved it, there it is, there's mine, mosaic, open up, and it's pretty close. That's 1 foot. That's probably pretty good, actually. If anything, it might have to be a little bit smaller. Go ahead and hit finish. And there's my beautiful backsplash, which all the way to the ceiling. Very expensive. And I'm gonna go ahead and put on. Hey, look at that. So actually, it's probably a little bit smaller in real life. I don't know. Yeah, I think it is. But that's fine for what we're doing. So I'm just doing that, and I'm gonna put it on the other side. So if I go to, let's do a kitchen view, turn on that realistic, see what that looks like. Look at that. What a beauty. Okay, so over here, just gonna do the same thing, and I don't know what I did, but I hid the floor, which is actually kind of nice. So I can I don't remember doing that with everybody, but it's definitely not there. So actually I can model right now in this view, which is going to be pretty weird, but let's see if I can do it. Alright, so component, oops, model in place, just a good old-fashioned generic, call it backsplash 2, and set my work plane. This should be easier. There we go. You always want to make sure you have the multiple outlines when you're doing a wall, not just one edge. If you don't, then you're probably clicking, you know, like on this side of this jamb or this sash or something you want. There we go. It even says walls, so that's what we want. And I want it to line up with the cabinet just a little bit, just eyeballing that. And 90, so you got vertical nearest, gives you a nice little, this one I'm not going to outline. I'm going to outline the window, but not the other part. So, probably in real life, wouldn't have this window here. Probably have more cabinet space. You know, it would make a lot more sense than what's happening here. But, you know what, it's going to work. And look at that, backsplash has already been selected, so click OK. Look at that. Alright, so for this project, this kitchen is done. We can go online if you really want to, you know, always encourage you to push the boundaries of what we do. So if you want to go online and actually get knobs, you can put knobs on all this stuff. You can put more cabinets here, you can get rid of this window and actually put other cabinets over here. We're going to put some lights in together, but, you know, the floor you can definitely do by yourself. Put a fridge over here, customize this, you know, whichever way you want, but this kitchen I think is pretty much done.